Hello there, it's Mike with Mike's Reviews, and we're here again for another video. I have a special guest today. This is my brother Jared.
Right.
So say hi to Jared. Hi Jared.
Woo.
Okay. So he's totally unaccustomed to how videos work, so get prepared for some good laughs and some humor, some comedy. We got it all here, Mike's Anime Reviews.
Sure we do.
Okay, so we have a very interesting and controversial subject to talk about today. Well, as controversial as anime gets, which it can at times, but this is some interesting topic. And the topic today is cartoons versus anime, or even more specifically and totally more politically correct, American animation versus Japanese animation. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. What's better? Is there a better one? Is there, it can all be good, right?
It can be.
So the discussion, I have a little list here of some things we're going to talk about. So if I look up, that's what it's for. One of the things, Jared, that lamp is. One second. All right,
I'm back.
All right, cool. Okay, so one thing we're going to discuss is here in America there are basically two different types of genres of cartoon. We have your talking animals and you have your superheroes, right?
Yeah,
Can you think of anything else?
No, I can't. Not that appeals to young audience.
And the reason why we're able to answer this so easily is because we've talked about this for like hours before actually making this video, and we thought for like hours and we can't think of anything. Please post all the actually, that's what we want you to do. Use the audience, think, brainstorm, search the web or whatever. Think of as many American cartoons that do not have these two genres in it. Talking animals and or superheroes. And by the way, under talking animals, inanimate objects count too. That means talking fast food, talking animals, talking trees, or anything. Talking stuff that's not supposed to talk, okay? Or superheroes, whether it be, Justice League or anything. It can be serious superheroes, it can be someone who like shoots like milk out of his nose or something. It doesn't matter. If he's a superhero and then
who saves the day or does something that
or
helps
tries to
people.
save the day or whatever, that counts, okay? Anyway, so we have basically two genres, and I feel that that is, people feel like kind of intimidated when it comes to anything outside of that. We'll talk more about that later. But another thing we were thinking about is that there isn't enough education about anime. People don't know enough about it, and most people, they judge all of anime by their very first experience. Do you know anyone who's done that? Who's like judged, all of anime by their first anime experience?
Well, there's a few people like at my school who actually has heard of anime, seen anime, and or actually read manga for that matter, or actually seen other people read it, and they just think, oh, that manga or that anime looks stupid, or that's weird, or they have big eyes, or stuff that stands out more, and they don't even bother to read or watch or pick out anything good except like expressive eyes or stuff.
And we'll get more into that later, but that's what I find too, is that people, they'll watch like Pokemon or let's say just for now Pokemon or something, and then they'll say, oh yeah, I watched anime, I watched Pokemon, and then it's like, no.
And also, some people say they watch anime. They could watch something that's really stupid, like I can't really think of something right now, but they watch something and they think, oh, that's some type of animation, so obviously it's from Japan and it's anime, so all anime is like that, and
let me make a couple of statements right now. Anime is a genre, okay? Anime is a genre. Or no, sorry, no. Anime is not a genre. I'm sorry. Anime has genres. Anime is not a genre. It is not a genre. Okay? So, many people think, okay, anime is a genre of cartoon. So they think, okay, they have entertainment, you have like TV type of entertainment, movies and whatnot, and then you have, below that is like animation, like cartoons and whatnot, and then below that you have anime. And they think that anime is just a big cloud of just a few shows like Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, a couple of things like that. Now don't get me wrong, okay, Pokemon or whatever, I used to watch that. Naruto, is okay. But that is not what anime is all about, okay? And we'll talk more about that. Little do the people realize is that there are lots of genres. What are some of your favorite genres of anime, Jared?
Well, I mean, I like mecha, some dramas, romance, but that rarely happens.
Yeah, I know. Like sometimes it can kind of like have a
it
little
kind
in
of
it.
goes into other types,
Mm-hmm.
but mostly mecha. That's one of my favorites. So if I'm looking for action, that's where I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I do like mystery too. That's another genre of anime that I do like.
Yes.
So yeah.
And some of my favorite genres, I love action. If there's if it's action, I like mecha. Mecha's good. I love drama. That's the mess right there. And another thing I've been getting into recently is sports. Huh? Yes, sports. You can have
The dreaded word, sports. Like no one ever wants to hear that on a podcast.
Well, cartoons can have sports involved. It can be about sports. It can be, yes. See, people have a hard time grasping that anime could be about something that is actually serious. People think that anime has to be about silly things, and it has to be about silly things with silly people, and it has to be directed to people that are the ages of like 0 to 13 or whatever, 0 to 12 or whatever.
Maybe 13 or 14
or whatever. The point being is that comedy always tends to take precedence in the cartoon world, and that's one thing that I forgot to ask is on the subject of why there are only 2 genres here in America. Why do you think that talking animals and superheroes are the only ones that have really caught on here?
Well, like when I think of talking animals and superheroes, I can't think of anything or any cartoon that doesn't involve comedy. Now, everybody likes comedy. If you don't like comedy, then that's just your opinion. Now, young and old and young alike, a lot of people like comedy, and so talking animals tend to draw attention by having comedy in that in the cartoons.
Yeah, I think that's probably basic when it comes down to you start off with Walt Disney and everything is basically just it takes something from that. Now recently the animation here in America as far as comedy has gotten like extremely weird, wacky, and stupid, like way past what Walt Disney could have ever even imagined it could have been. So that's one thing. And when it comes to anime, I think not only because of their little education there's been, I think that people are just what they've seen is just what has been advertised. Cartoons with a lot of advertisement over here are normally people, or animes or animations that have a lot of money and a large fan base, large enough, and very carefully they'll choose what they think will hit it over here in America. Really, when it comes down to it, like Pokemon, for instance, that's exactly what people over here, that's what they want, that's what they like. And for the age that it's recommended for, that's what and the cards and all that stuff, that like totally hit it up when it came over here. But see, lots of stuff that's actually really good and actually is just like the movies, live action movies and TV shows that you watch. That sort of stuff you have to search a little bit more for. So what's presented to us is what people see, and that's what people think of when they think of anime. And they think of big eyes, colorful spiky hair. Sometimes they're really overly skinny or really overly ripped, or and they just think that they're ridiculous. People think they look at it and they're just like ridiculous.
Like they can't be normal.
Yeah. So we've talked all about that, and so we want your opinions on that. Actually, there's a second portion to this video, and it's going to take such a long time to talk about it. We're going to have to make it in a second video, so please stay tuned. I'm not sure how long this is going to. I'm not sure this can fit, so we're going to have to stop pretty soon. So anyway, tell us what you think about all those things. It's pretty controversial. Don't chew me out too much. If you want to, it's fine. Just view it. Watch it. Actually, if you're watching the video, that's great. So if you have to chew me out to watch the video, please do. So, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for tuning in to Mike's Anime Reviews, Cartoons versus Anime, or Animation, American Animation versus Japanese Animation Part 1. And stay tuned for Part 2, which I will be doing in about a minute.
Michael, you don't have a watch. But that was very good acting.
See ya.